Good morning and welcome, Patriot Radio News Hour on this Tuesday. I'm Joe Jaquin, CEO of the Patriot Trading Group, and our toll-free number, 800-951-0592, the website at allamericangold.com, and I hope you're having a fantastic day out there. As, the impeachment trial has started. Again, nothing more than a sideshow to distract, to divide, to try to ensure that Donald Trump cannot run again. I mean, that's really what this is really all about, in my opinion. Anyway, is they are trying to desperately ensure that Donald Trump won't and doesn't run again and can't run again in 2024, because let's face it, we're in big trouble. And whether or not you want to admit it or not, and I even said on the air, Donald Trump was going to delay it a couple of years. In 4 years from today, this is going to be a very, very different place. I hope you have all of your financial house in order well before that comes, right? It's okay to be a little early, but you can't be late. And then I'll use just an example from last week, GameStop, right? AMC. If you were late, it wasn't good for you. If you were in early, even after all the blocking and this and that, you'd have been okay. And then the same thing holds true for your finances. Was another record day yesterday. It was it's so funny. It was the single biggest silver day ever for Patriot Trading Group. Almost $750,000 just in silver. So people are trying to say, "Oh yeah, the silver thing's over." No, the demand for silver continues. The fake markets that are on Wall Street, they'll catch up. They're already starting to, right? They're already starting to. Gold and silver up again today. It's Tuesday. Got a big bowling. I know that you guys care about my bowling. I'm not good. I've never really been a bowler. Still don't consider myself a bowler. But me and my buddy were bored. We're pretty much empty nesters, and we're just looking for things to do. And we joined a bowling league. It's close to our house. We're in the how do I want to say it? We're in the crappy league. Okay, there's only, I think there's 6 teams. Tonight is the battle for last. So if we can win tonight, we can be the second worst team out there. So I'm very confident that we actually bowled pretty well last week, but we were playing the best team, and if we bowl like that this week, I think we can climb out of the basement. So root for us for that. And also remember, too, and I don't talk about it every day. I probably should. Our CBD products at 1360khnc.shop. And I know you're like, what does that have to do with gold and silver? It doesn't. What it does have to do is what's happening right now with this impeachment trial, with the social media banning and not allowing for free speech and all of these things. This is in support of the radio station that we own, 1360 KHNC in Johnstown, Colorado. And like everything we do, it's the best of the best. The CBD product. Matter of fact, we had the single biggest order ever from a doctor's office here in Arizona. After one of our clients brought him the product, and I actually talked to the doctor on the phone, it's fantastic for, we can't make medical claims, they get upset about it, but he's a cancer doctor and says that everybody should be taking CBD if they're getting chemo. Something about it that in their studies, it helps them. He also does Lyme disease, another one that he works on. For me, I'm 50. I'm not in the greatest shape, but I like to be active. I'm an active fat guy. There's not that many active fat guys out there. I'm one of them. And I just take it every day for the aches and the pains. And I told you about how much Advil I would take, like bowling today. Believe it or not, bowling is that foot you land on. It's a lot of stress on there, and I have a knee that needs to be replaced, and a hip, and this and that. But CBD has gotten me off of the ibuprofen. I don't have to take it anymore. I could actually golf 2 days in a row. How about this? You know what? Matter of fact, the 20th and the 21st, that weekend, I'm going to be golfing Saturday and Sunday. That's something I would have never thought about doing 6 months ago. Never would have thought about doing it because I knew there's no way I can't do it. My body just, the joints and everything else are killing me. Try our CBD products. It's all natural, no chemicals, no THC. I mean, it's the best of the best. Everything done in Colorado. The weeds grown there. Well, the hemp. There is no weed in it. There's no THC anyway. All organic. Everything CAO certified. These are things like our 1,000 milligram tincture. It's $50. Everywhere else. Everywhere. You're talking $100 to $150 for what we sell for a lot less. I know it can help you. We've got all kinds of other great products out there. Check it out. It's a huge way to support free speech and the radio station, and we appreciate when you do that. When we get back, we got a lot of things to talk about, including some customer letters as well. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. Quick update, Silver Eagles. I got a couple of cases in yesterday. Got a couple of more that are supposed to be delivered at the end of next week. I think that'll put us, we're almost going to be through a couple more weeks. And everyone that had ordered will have their silver. So just be patient. A couple more weeks. Right now, the U.S. Mint is not even answering the phone. So we talked to the Bullion Bank yesterday. And again, for those of you, if you missed the opening segment, all-time record for silver purchases in a single day yesterday. We had an all-time sales record last Monday, but that had silver and gold. Yesterday, we just missed the all-time sales record, demolished the all-time single-day silver volume. So we were on the phone with the Bullion Bank quite a bit yesterday, and talking to them, they're like, "Listen, they're not even answering the phone. You leave a voicemail, they don't call them back. So it's still going to be weeks, I think, before they do. And once they start answering the phone again, right? Maybe we can talk about what the price is going to be. I did go out onto the marketplace yesterday, and you're not touching a Silver Eagle for $12 to $14 over spot. They're out there. They're just really expensive. And like I said, you're looking by and large $40 a throw on a U.S. Silver Eagle. I asked about the Canadian Mint. Apparently, according to the Bullion Bank, they're even farther behind. So apparently, the Canadian Mint kept selling a little longer. They're even farther behind. I asked about the Australian Mint, the Austrian Mint, and all the same. Everything's the same. It's just a lot of activity in the markets for us. We are the leader right now, junk silver, aka utility silver. I don't have. Every day I just battle out there. We're battling for product like everybody else. Dimes and quarters are I can do quite a bit of volume in dimes and quarters. $50, not so much, maybe a bag or two at the most on utility silver. Everybody there, same thing there. Big shipping day from the Bullion Bank today on people that have ordered bags. Your bags are going to be somewhere en route starting today. So that's what's happening there. On the gold side, same problem, right? Same problem. Gold Eagles. I have IRAs that are still waiting for product because remember in an IRA, because you can do a precious metals IRA, gold, silver. It's stored at the Delaware Depository. Why do we use the Delaware Depository? They charge the least amount. I mean, it's pretty simple for fees, storage fees. But that's where the gold is held and the silver as well. But you're only allowed to put certain types. And really, here's what's funny. You can put just about anything in there. You can put a gold coin from just about any country in the world, a gold bar, a silver coin, a silver bar, a silver round. I mean, here's what you cannot put in there. Pre-1933 U.S. minted gold, Morgan and Peace dollars. Can't put those in there. Junk silver, same thing. Junk silver, same thing. Can't put those in there. Put anything else in there. But those are the, I guess, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 items or so you cannot put in there. Pre-33 U.S. minted gold, Morgan Peace, and junk silver. Of course, those are the things I think you should own. Because if they're going to allow everything else to be in there, I think I'm getting closer to when instead of if the government wants to go get gold again. That's the first stop they're going to make. That's just my, conspiracist side of me. But it is awfully interesting, isn't it? 800-951-0592. By the way, if you ever have a question, call us, email us. Go to allamericangold.com. You can hit the contact button. That email goes right to me. You can email me a question. I had a customer that she made a purchase, and then she got home and got, she got confused, and she just sent me an email. I think that's one. You should ask questions. It's important. Too many people don't. It's important. It's not complicated. We can you can understand it better. And she was talking about silver, right? Because silver premiums are so high. What's going on, and all of those things. All great questions. Feel free to reach out to me, and I'll share them on the air. I won't use your name if you don't want me to, but I know this. If you're asking it, there's other people that are asking it as well. Because she was asking it, and her question was really simple. Hey, based on spot price, the melt value of a $50 is about $10. And of course, like right now she didn't pay this price. She got in a little earlier, but right now you're looking at 14 and a quarter a roll of 20. Because I'm selling rolls a $50 right now, $2.85 a roll. Number one, because I can hardly get any. Number two, they cost more. So she was like, "Wow, that's $4.20. That's a big spread." Obviously, I wish I could. If I could buy them for $10, believe me, we wouldn't charge you $14. Right? Not a chance in your life. But this is where the world really kind of like Silver Eagles, right? We're talking about silver's $27.50. You can't sniff a Silver Eagle for less than $40. I mean those are all really, really good questions. Of course, now $50 always have a premium above its melt value. I just think because number one, there's less of them. People like them a lot. There's a lot of demand for $50, so they carry a premium above and beyond that, of course. But right now, premiums are up there. We're proud to be the cheapest in the country right now when it comes to the dimes, the quarters, and the half dollars. And again, my feeling is the paper markets, they're going to catch up. There's a lot of weird things happening in the paper market today, and I'm watching the markets here. And as I told you, there's no February contract for silver. The next contract is March. And if there's really going to be a squeeze on silver, it's going to be in March, because how you force a squeeze in a commodities market is by delivery. So the next contract to be delivered is in March. And if we see a lot of delivery in March, which I think, just judging upon just the mints of the world alone, they got to be ordering as much as they can, whatever the U.S. mint capacity is, and I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, because the next contract isn't until May. So they've got to order enough product, right, to meet demand, and because they're not going to be able to take delivery again until May. And, of course, remember, they've got the new design coming out, so they may even shut in May. So whatever their daily production is, multiply that times a couple months, that's what they should be ordering. Another maximum. And all the other mints of the world probably ordering maximums. So that's just my opinion. I think you're going to see a big move in silver heading into that March contract. But right now I'm watching these things. So that you have March, May, July, September, December, and then next March. That's just what's on it keeps going, but just on my screen. So I've got if you've ever been in my studio, I've got a direct feed to the COMEX. And these are the contracts that are shown. And here's I've never seen this before. The May, July, September, December, and March of 2022, every one of those contracts is trading at the exact same price. And that never happens. Normally, this is how, there's a lot of manipulation, weird things going on in the silver market. Normally what you would see is, front month right now, 27.42 for the March contract. Normally the May contract would be, 3 to 5 cents higher. And so you're like, okay, well, that's, say 20, let's just say 20.45. Or I'm sorry, 27.45. Sorry about that. The July contract would be 3 to 5 cents higher than that, normally. And then, of course, the September contract, 3 cents higher, then that's normally what you would look at. They're all trading at the exact same dollar. I've never seen it before. I've been doing this 18 years. Every single one of those contracts, the bid-ask is identical. So it just tells you, there's a lot of pressure there. A lot of pressure. How does it resolve itself? I think it's pretty simple. I think what you're going to see is the spot price of silver is going to continue to rise begrudgingly. Because that's just where the demand is. And like I said, if there's heavy demand in March, which should be, and again in May for the new design, right? So I'm expecting prices to move higher in the near future as well. So there you go. It's just weird, right? Things that leave you scratching your head to let you know, these aren't real markets. And that's why I've been saying for the last week and a half, the paper, it's almost irrelevant right now. I got this in the mail. And feel free, you can always send us email, regular mail, however you want to do it. And it just, Joe, I just couldn't believe it. This is a full-page ad in yesterday's Milwaukee Journal Sentinel. And again, this just tells you the reach of pay. We have customers everywhere. I wonder how this is even legal. To me, this is a blatant attempt to fleece the newspaper readers out of their money. If you're able to read a few of these paragraphs to your listeners, you'll be able to alert them to this scam. And, of course, this is a full-page ad, and I don't know, what company it was, doesn't really matter. And what they were trying to put out there for you was a Morgan silver dollar, okay? And they were putting them in rolls of 10. And I read the article, and they call themselves the National Mint. By the way, that's not the U.S. Mint. There's no affiliation there. But as I was reading this, they don't even tell you the quality of the coin you're getting, which automatically tells you probably got trouble there. But they were giving you a deal. Only if you lived in Wisconsin, $59. But if you lived in another state, they were allegedly going to charge $136. Well, there you have it. If you want really, really nice quality mortgage, call us. We'll be lots cheaper. Yes, ma'am. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. I'm Joe Jaquin, CEO of the Patriot Trading Group. Our toll-free number, 800-951-0592, as we are... Oh, sorry, hold on one second. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Sorry about that. We're lot going on. Very, very busy out there. Hey, did you see this story? This was in Oldsmar, Florida. And it just caught my eye because when we talk about what's happening, what's coming, right? I was actually saying to some customers yesterday, I really think this is going to be an organized event. I think all of us know. I mean, we can, pretend if we want to, but we all know, right? We're going to get a digital currency, right? We're going to get new money. We have deficit problems, obviously, and we're running into a situation where the reserve currency of the world, that status is gone. I mean, we're still number one, but declining. We talked about it yesterday. The IMF, and then, and I'm drawing a blank now. See, this is what happens when we got all everybody coming and going around here. But the IMF was talking about the decline of the use of the dollar, and then SWIFT, right? That's the cross-border payment method, saying a big fall off in the dollar. And then, of course, the China's in that agreement with SWIFT now. They've got a free trade agreement with the 15 other Asian nations, which is about a third of the world's GDP. And then they on Friday told all the foreign banks inside of China who were making the vast majority of the loans they were making them in whether it be dollars or euros or pound or whatever. Maybe China stopped that, but I think it'd be orderly. In other words, the bubble burst, and I'm talking not just the stock market, the bond market, right? The whole thing, right? We know we've got this house of cards, we've got this debt problem. All they want to do is send checks to people, and we all know. You can't print money out of thin air forever without there causing a problem. And when that problem comes, this digital currency is going to be, quote unquote, our salvation. Whether or not they back it by gold or what have you remains to be seen. But I believe that we'll pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and rise again. Will we be number one? No. I mean, China's got 1.4 billion people. In 10 years, their GDP is going to be twice as big as ours, period. I mean, that's That's all there is. But I still think we're going to be the premier country of the world. I do. I really, really do. But I think there's going to be a lot of heartache and financial pain first. But then you get stories like this that go to the other side. What if it isn't orderly? In other words, you know what? One of the primary reasons that I like utility silver, junk silver, is for the what if scenario. What if it isn't orderly? Right? And I always say no power. Imagine no power. Because with no power, nothing's open. You can't get gas in the car, right? You can't buy groceries, right? I mean, nothing's open. Especially no power. I mean, we saw, remember New Orleans? That was no power for like, 4 or 5 days? But this was in Florida. And this was something I didn't even really think about. A hacker was able to successfully alter the levels of chemicals in the Oldsmar water supply to damaging levels last Friday. It said that the sheriff's office said Friday morning, a plant operator at the water treatment facility noticed someone remotely accessed the computer system he was monitoring. Right, and you can do that. You know, the technology's out there. You know, I don't know what it's called now. In my previous life, it was called PC Anywhere. And you could literally go into a computer that was somewhere else. And the techie person could go into my laptop, right? And because I can't do this or this is, I need help. And they could go in there and start checking stuff out. And you could see them. You could actually see the cursor moving. The computers are set up for remote access to select people to troubleshoot problems. So the operator didn't think much of it. Right? Okay, someone's in there, they're doing something, who knows? But when it happened again later that afternoon, the operator could see the mouse moving on the computer screen, opening various software functions that controlled the water being treated in the system. They said that the hacker increased the sodium hydroxide levels in the city's water from 100 parts per million to 11,100 parts per million. This obviously was a significant and dangerous increase. Of course, that is the main ingredient, by the way, in like Drano, like drain cleaners. That's what they use. It's also used to control acidity, remove metals from drinking water in the water treatment plant. Now, they wanted you to know that the operator immediately brought the levels back down. But they said that the public wasn't in danger because it would take the water at least 24 to 36 hours before it would get into the water system, and they were confident they would have caught it before that. Well, we have other checks and balances, and we would have caught it. But I just bring it up because, I know, a lot of people talk about our power grid is very susceptible. People getting into the water supply. It's just weird stuff. I thought 2020 was really the weirdest year we would see. 2021, man, it's starting off even weirder. Patriot Radio News Hour. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back, Patriot Radio News Hour. That's just weird. I didn't know water. Eesh. I mean, I would assume, too, no power, no water, right? Same thing. How about this one? More state lawmakers are introducing sound money legislation in the opening days of the 2021 legislative sessions. And we've seen a lot of this. Take Arizona as an example. Arizona got rid of the capital gains tax on gold and silver, at least the state part of it. Can't do, the federal part, but they got rid of it. Texas changed the law so they could hold physical gold and silver. Matter of fact, have a depository there now. Several states are now considering measures to remove sales or general exercise taxes from the purchase of gold and silver and other precious metals. Right? There's a lot of states that have tax on precious metals. Arizona's not one of them. One of the reasons why there's a lot of dealers here, because there is no sales tax or state tax. Many states are weighing bills to eliminate income tax on gold and silver. Right? I mean, listen, it's money. Right? Others will decide whether state funds can be held in physical gold and silver, and may even consider establishing a state-chartered bullion depository. With debt-funded spending and money printing in our nation's capital at breakneck speeds, will states see the wisdom of enacting measures to counteract those policies of currency debasement? And listen, make no mistake about it. This is our official policy. Debase the currency. That's the official policy. And now the woman that started it all, Janet Yellen, is now the Treasury Secretary. Guess what they're doing today, by the way? Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Janet Yellen. You know who they're meeting with right now? J.P. Morgan Chase, Walmart, Lowe's. The Gap. Why Gap? I don't know why Gap. Yeah, but they're meeting with all of these CEOs today to talk about the $1.9 trillion stimulus bill. Yeah. Right? You don't picking winners and losers. I don't see any small business invited to the meeting. They weren't. Right? Because it's not about you. It's not about us. But it is shocking. And really it isn't. There's actually people that we've elected that understand what's happening. Mississippi, House Bill 375 and House Bill 978 include language to exempt precious metals from sales tax. Alabama and Louisiana have already exempted the precious metals from sales tax. South Carolina introducing 3 sound money measures. House Bill 3378 excludes from gross income any net capital gain derived from the exchange of precious metals. And House Joint Resolution 3379 would create a committee to explore the feasibility of a state-chartered metals depository. And finally, House Bill 3377, which reaffirms that gold and silver are money. Tennessee, trying to make their purchases tax-free. Senate Bill 251. And then they've got House Bill 353 and Senate Bill 279 that are regarding a gold depository for the volunteer state. Arkansas, a measure that would eliminate the sales tax on precious metals purchases, has been submitted. Who else? The list keeps. Hawaii, House Bill 1184, a measure to exempt precious metals from Hawaii's general exercise tax. Idaho, House Bill 7, permit the state treasurer to hold a portion of state funds in physical gold and silver. Idaho hopes to join Ohio and Texas, and those are recent, as the few states to make such a move. Listen, this is going to gain traction ever. You watch and see what happens over the next couple of years. Washington State, House Bill 1417. Eliminate all state taxes on the only form of money mentioned in the U.S. Constitution. Who cares about the Constitution? It's just an old piece of paper, right? And the list goes on and on. There are now 39 states that have removed some or all sales tax on precious metals. Also, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Washington State tried to buck the trend and repeal it. They didn't win. But it is pretty fascinating as we sit there and we start going through all of the states now starting to figure it out. Because it's just like I've been telling you. Listen, we all know what's coming. There's no secret. I don't even think we should be scared of it. Listen, the only people that should be scared of it are the ones that are trying to act like it's not happening. If you prepare for it, when it happens, you're going to come out really well on the other side. Remember our recommendation here: an ounce of gold for every year you've been alive. Patriot Radio News Hour, final segment coming up. Final segment, Patriot Radio News Hour, our toll-free number, 800-951-0592. I've got a very limited special today. It's on the $10 Indian. Okay. We don't get them very often, especially now. Can't get them in any quantity at all. I bought these, believe it or not, like a week and a half ago. They're finally going to be on their way to me. I should have them here tomorrow. I've only got 15 of them, so it's not like I got a lot of them. But I've got 15 $10 Indians. They're $11.55 normally for $11.25. So I got 15 $10 Indians, save $30. They're $1,125 at 800-951-0592. On the silver side, everything's the same as it was yesterday. It's utility, a.k.a. junk silver, dimes, quarters, and half dollars. Not great news out of the bullion banks yesterday, saying that the mints, they're not even talking to them right now. So it looks like we're going to go another week. My guess is probably several more weeks before you're going to be able to even think about ordering a Silver Eagle. Right now, like I told you earlier, Silver Eagle is $40 plus an ounce. And again, but I told you this a couple of weeks ago. It's going to be the end of February, end of March, before they even catch up. And then they're going to be closing down again. So it's going to be one of those weird years on silver. The Dow's mixed right now. The Dow's kind of at the highs of the day, only down 23 points, 31,361. The S&P's down 4. The Nasdaq's up today. Gold and silver are up, but they're off their highs. But gold's up 5, 1836. Silver is up about 8 or 9 cents, 27.41 right now. Crude oil at $58. Yeah, get ready. Oh, you know what else I saw? Electricity. Electricity prices rising. They're blaming Bitcoin. Right? Apparently, the amount of power and I have no idea what it takes, but apparently it's a lot. Not very green, but nonetheless, the amount of power to mine a Bitcoin, I still don't really understand that premise, but it's okay. It's just above my head. Because the price of a Bitcoin's gotten so expensive now, more people are starting to try to mine it, causing issues with power, and the power price is going up. Hopefully they don't do it in California. They got enough problems, right? They have enough problems with their power, but that's what they say. I don't know. Is it true? Who knows? 800-951-0592. The whopping 15. I know it's laughable. $10 Indians at $1,125. I just want to run something that we different besides 20s and 10s, and that's all I could come up with. Patriot Radio News Hour. Listen, God bless everybody. Have a great day. Don't forget, get some of those CBD products at 1360khnc.com, and we'll be back tomorrow.